Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to cook the perfect post-gym meal. Okay, I'm cooking a Mediterranean style chicken fajita. It should take you about 20 to 25 minutes. We're going to go through the whole process. This is the food that gives me my gains. This is the food that gives me my muscles, that gives me my six-pack, that makes me lean, that makes me strong. This is the perfect post-gym meal. So let's get cracking. I need to start chopping up the vegetables. Let's get moving. Right, so first things first, as you can see right here in front of me, I've got the ingredients, right? So I've laid them all out. I've got some parsley, which I'm going to chop up. I've got a lovely paprika or a red pepper. The Hungarians love this stuff. I've got some mushrooms. I've got some beautiful tomatoes right here. I've got 2 onions. I've got 5 cloves of garlic because that's what makes things taste good. I've got 2 lovely chicken breasts right here. That's your protein. And this is one of my favorite complex carbs. I've got some quinoa right here, which I'm going to cook in the microwave to make it a super quick process. Okay, so what we have here in terms of a gym goer and someone that wants to get lean and muscly and strong so we can pump those weights is we've got the protein, we've got an array of beautiful vegetables, and we've got the quinoa for the carbohydrates, which is also packed full of proteins. So this is your perfect post-gym meal. Now, I'm also going to add some spices to it along the way, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to add as we cook along. So I'm going to start chopping these bits up. So the first thing I'm going to chop up is the onions and the garlic. So let's get to this. So here we go. I'm going to put a couple of onions in because, guys, onions and garlic is what gives everything flavor. Okay, when something doesn't taste good, it usually doesn't have enough garlic or onions or butter or salt. We're only going to put a tiny bit of Himalayan salt. I don't actually cook with butter. I cook with olive oil or with extra virgin olive oil, okay, because that's the healthy stuff. Now, I'm not a master chopper, and I don't think that you guys are also going to be master choppers. It doesn't really matter as long as you just thin it down. I wish I was that chef that could do the chefs that do that super quick cut, like bam, 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 bam. I would love to have that kind of speed, but unfortunately, I am not a expert chopper, and one day I'll probably hire someone to chop this stuff for me. So I won't need to actually chop 2 onions, because this is looking like enough now. Now, a lot of chefs are going to tell you, and bodybuilders are going to tell you to measure your portions. 100 grams of this, 200 grams of this. Guys, you don't need to be measuring all these things. If I had to measure this, do you know how much longer it would take me to cook this meal? It would take me twice as long to cook this meal. So what I usually do is I make more than enough food. It's better to make more so that you can put it away for some meal prep, like for the next few days. Here's a little trick when you're actually chopping garlic. So I'm going to get these onions out of the way for you. In fact, I'm going to put the onions into the pan right here. Obviously, get yourself a non-stick pan, my friends. There we go. Let's get the onions in there. Just get it out of my way. Chop the 2 ends of the garlic, which you don't need. And then what you do is you get this knife, you put it on top, and you press down like so until you hear a crack. Then you can take the skin off much easier. You see the way the skin just came off there perfectly? Bang. Nice and easy. Off the skin comes. I'm going to give this a little chop. Garlic is so bloody healthy for you. Apparently, Koreans eat raw garlic in the morning because it's like an antibiotic, right? It's one of the healthiest foods you can eat on the planet. Now, the problem is you eat raw garlic in the morning. Can you imagine how much you're going to stink for the rest of the day? Yeah, I don't advise eating raw garlic in the morning. What I do advise is maybe taking some garlic capsules. Those supplements are quite good for you, so I would recommend you do that instead. If I ate raw garlic and went on a date, yeah, she ain't gonna sleep with me, put it that way. I'm actually gonna chop 3 cloves. I don't think I need 5. Oh, I'm getting faster at the chopping. You see that? You see the skills? Wait. There we go, we got a little bit better there, we got a bit faster. Let's just do 1 more, because as I said, this is what gives you the flavor. Garlic adds such fantastic flavors to all foods, and in the Mediterranean diet, they use garlic and onion in everything. Why? Because it's healthy and it's tasty. I mean, this is so unbelievably nutritious. Now, it's going to make my fingers stink the whole day, but it's worth it. You want the gains, you want the six-pack, you've got to go through the pain. All right, so let's get that in here. Perfect. So we chopped up the onions and the garlic. That's the first two magical ingredients. The next thing I'm going to chop up is the tomatoes. This is for the kind of, you know, every chicken fajita needs some tomato paste in it. It's not the expert chopper, but what's important is that you chop them down into small bite-sized pieces so they can cook better. This beautiful, look at the beautiful colors. Did you see all those beautiful colors at the start of the video? Look at all these wonderful colors. Guys, you should be eating rainbow colors. You know, look at all this red, purple, white, green. This is tricolor quinoa, right? So it's 3 different types of quinoa. It's not just one type, because you need to eat a rainbow of beautiful flavors. Look at that red, wonderful flavor of the paprika right there. This is just fantastic. This stuff just makes me happy looking at it. Now, I think two tomatoes is actually going to be enough. Let's get our pan back over here. My stomach is rumbling. I'm so hungry. There we go. Let's get the tomatoes in there. That's fantastic. Now, I'm going to chop up a few mushrooms. That's next. I mean, look, the annoying part is the chopping part at the beginning, you know, because you've got to chop away all these different veggies. I find this quite therapeutic, to be completely honest. I genuinely find chopping vegetables quite therapeutic because I'm so stressed during the day. I'm trying to run my business. I'm looking at the stock market. I'm looking at all the cryptocurrencies. I'm managing my staff at the agency. You know, I have a lot of shit to be dealing with, and it's stressful. My life is stressful. And when I get to just cook myself a 20-30 minute meal after the gym, that's my joy, right? So like, I actually find this therapeutic. My dream is to have my own personal chef, but because I travel around the world and I'm constantly in different countries, as you can see, I'm in different cities all the time. So it's really important for me to just make do with what I have, make sure I'm cooking my food, and as long as the kitchen's got a stove, an oven, a microwave, a sink, it will do. I don't care. I could cook my meals absolutely anywhere in the world. I'm going to chop the parsley at the end. A nice rough cut. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think I've done a decent little job here, haven't I, chopping all this up. There you go, the parsley's nice and chopped. Look at that, beautiful colors. Now, the final thing I should be chopping is the paprika. So final vegetable. Guys, obviously I've washed all these things. When you get them from the supermarket, give them a lovely wash. What you want to do with this pepper is take out that middle section there, nice and easy. This has given me so much of what my body desires, right? Year upon year, the Mediterranean diet has proven to be the healthiest diet on the planet. I'm actually just going to chop half of this. That's actually enough. So I'll put the rest there. Now, turn on the stove. Now, I usually cook with olive oil. I don't suggest you cook with extra virgin olive oil because olive oil has a much higher heating point. Okay, so let's get a nice dollop of olive oil in there. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Okay, a bit of that. We're going to just chop it into cubes to make it easier for the fajita. And here we go. I'm going to chop the breast in half. There you go. And then chop this breast in the other half. And then we're going to chop it up into little cubes. Should have really been doing it on a chopping board, but that's okay. I bought some lovely organic chicken here from the supermarket in Hungary. Let's hope this tastes good. That should be enough. That should be about 40-50 grams of protein right there, which is absolutely more than enough for your post-gym meal. I'm going to fry this up. How are we getting on here? The Italians always throwing their arms around, throwing their hands around like this. It smells so good, it's so fantastic. I feel like doing the same thing. That smell is superb. We're not going to put the seasoning just yet. We're going to fry these up for about a minute or two. Then I'm going to chuck the, I actually want to chuck the paprika in right now. Too early for the parsley. We're going to chuck the parsley in towards the end. And we're also going to chuck the mushrooms in at a later point. So the mushrooms and the parsley will go in after the chicken. So we fry this up here, as you can see. Now it's been about a minute, so I think we are ready to get that chicken in now. Look at these beautiful colors. Red, the purple from the onion, The garlic is what gives it that flavor. Oh, superb. In the chicken goes. Now we're going to give that a mix. I'm going to make sure that the chicken is chopped up correctly into nice cubes, and if not, I'm just going to, there you go. Once you put the chicken in, at this point, we want to start seasoning this. A pinch of pink Himalayan salt, bathing right there, little salt bath flex. Boom. Right, here's some chili cayenne pepper. Okay, this is fantastic for you, and you want to spice it up because also, there you go, just a little tad. The spice is really good for your blood. I mean, I love the flavor. It does a really good job for me in terms of flavoring, but it's also super healthy to put cayenne pepper in. It's actually a top 10 superfood. Now, the next thing I'm going to put in is a tad of black pepper. There's some black pepper, not too much of that. I bought some beautiful spices here from the market, so I'm going to get some rosemary. All right, some lovely rosemary, a pinch of rosemary in there. I'm also going to get some oregano. Again, I bought this from the market. These are fresh herbs. Look at that, that's fantastic right there. Look at that oregano. Going to get a pinch of oregano, give that a good mix. Right, so I'm cooking it on the maximum heat. In go the mushrooms. Give that a lovely mix, because I'm putting extra vegetables in for extra minerals, extra vitamins, extra health kick, okay? Because once you get creative and you've been doing this for a while like myself, you know, when you cook your own foods because you want to be healthy, you want to be ripped, and you want to control your portions. I mean, I literally love cooking for myself because I can control my portions, how much I'm eating, what I'm putting inside my food. Then you can start remixing and being a bit creative. You know, it's a Saturday, I'm going to be a bit creative about what I put in here. Usually people wouldn't put in mushrooms, but in this instance I am, because I know how healthy and how fantastic they are. So they've gone in, and I can, the smell is just beautiful, absolutely fantastic smell. And I'm going to keep cooking that there, and what I'm actually going to do is, the quinoa I'm going to cook in the microwave. In the meantime, I'm going to lower the heat on this pan, and I'm going to put the lid over it so the chicken cooks and it's soft on the inside, okay? So what I usually like doing is high heat to begin with, fry all the ingredients, and then lower the heat, put the pan on top, and then let that cook slowly. I'm actually going to chuck in the parsley now. The parsley is the last thing to go in. There we go, get that lovely greenery in. Look at these fantastic colours, guys. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just... Let's drop the heat from about 9, which is the maximum. I'm dropping it to about a 5. Okay, so now I want medium heat. Give it a little mix. The smells, I couldn't tell you how good the smell is. With that oregano, with that rosemary, with that salt, with that pepper, with that parsley, that garlic, that onion. I put so many things in this. The cayenne pepper. All these flavours. That's all these spices. That's what gives it the flavour. You know, like if you're bodybuilding and you want to look good and you want to look ripped, I don't want to eat boring food. I actually want to eat food that makes me ripped, makes me strong, builds big muscle, and that tastes good. Right, guys, so I've got this fantastic quinoa, like I told you. I don't like to eat white rice. I like to eat complex carbohydrates. Sweet potatoes, quinoa, barley, wheat, buckwheat, oats, all those kind of complex carbs. That is so much better for you, okay? And also, the problem is with white carbs is they raise your blood sugar levels, okay? White pasta, white bread, absolute no-nos. White rice. Traditional bodybuilders will tell you to eat rice and broccoli and chicken all day long. I don't like that, okay? My look is the athletic look. My look is the six-pack look, with the big chest, with the nice arms, looking like you're an actual athlete or a swimmer, not like you're some massive bodybuilder. So you don't need to eat the white rice. This is your magic right here, the quinoa. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to put some water into it. And don't worry too much about how much to measure. So I'm going to put that much water in. You don't need to measure this, because as you heat it, now I'm going to put this in the microwave. First round, about 4 minutes. So I've put the quinoa in for 4 minutes, and as you can see, it's drained all the water. So actually what you have to do is add a little bit more water in, like so. There we go. Is that enough? Get a little bit more water in. Because with the quinoa, to know that it's fully cooked, you start seeing these little hairs come out of each seed, and then get it back in that microwave until you start seeing it flour up. So there's the mix. Back it goes in the microwave. We're gonna give it another 3.5 minutes. That should be enough. Once that's complete, I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna serve it up, you're gonna see how it looks at the end. And I can't wait to sit here and destroy this meal after a massive gym session this morning. So, now we've done 8 minutes in the microwave, and as you can see, the quinoa is looking nice, and it started to sprout, actually, which is perfect. So, we're gonna give that a little mix, and this is looking ready to serve up. Guys, this is protein packed. Quinoa is my favorite dish, my favorite accompaniment to protein. This is my favorite stuff right here. If I'm gonna eat any rice, I'll eat brown rice. I'll eat brown pasta, but again, very rarely will I eat that stuff. You ready for this, guys? Check this out. Look at that. That, my friends, is how a Mediterranean chicken fajita is supposed to look. This is gonna taste absolutely unbelievable. Now, as you can see, I've made plenty of food here. I don't need to eat all of this, but this is 2 meals that I've made right here. So instead of sitting here and measuring it up, measuring how much I'm gonna do each meal, just make a ton of food, and then you can define how much you want to eat. And then this looks like it's about, this is going to be 2 separate sittings, right? So that's 1 portion of quinoa. I've got another portion of quinoa there for this evening. Look at that. That is fantastic. I'm going to add a bit more flair. I'm going to add some paprika. Oh yeah, that smells good. They love this stuff in Hungary. They love this paprika stuff, and I've got to say I really love using it. Super tasty. As you can, I'm going to just dollop a bit of paprika on top. Look at that. On top of the quinoa, like so. This looks so good, and it smells even better. Look how healthy this is. Whoa. All those fresh ingredients, guys. Final thing I want to top it off with, as a true Mediterranean, is a little, look at that, some olive oil on the top. That, my friends, is a Mediterranean chicken fajita, and this dish is just absolutely pouring with goodness. Look at this stuff. This is fantastic. I can't wait to eat it. It's super healthy. It's the best thing you can eat post the gym. And it's given me all my nutrients, all my minerals to maintain my muscles, to maintain my mass, and to maintain my six-pack. Oh my God. Stunning. Dipping it into that sauce. Oh my goodness. It is fantastic. Get that quinoa in there. Guys, this shit is insane. With that spicy kick as well. I wish you could taste this. Thank you very much.